And we're live. Brilliant. Now, hello everyone, welcome to a concept art stream. We're going to be working on some Lothlorien designs, and today I've got a special guest with me. Our other concept artist, Edred, is joining me in voice chat today. It would be good to just double check that you can hear him. Hopefully everything's set up alright. But yes, hello everyone, there's lots of you here, already 35 of you in the chat waiting, that's incredible. How are you all doing? It's good to see you all, lots of familiar names as usual. How are you? And yes, Edred is here, so everyone say hello to Edred. Yeah, hopefully, the chat's behind, so hopefully I'm waiting for an answer from that. But without further ado, I think I'm going to crack on. And so up here, so I've got a basic sketch basically in front of me here. And this is a app called PureRef, which is really good for reference photos. And there's a feature called Always on Top, which basically means it stays on top. So basically I'm just going to be using this as my reference. And I definitely recommend that, 100%. PureRef down, it's one word. Hello everybody, Bloody Man Gaming, and Geert is here, our resident Khazad-dûm fan, and Zahn, hello. Still no confirmation that you can hear Edred. Yeah, alas, okay. Yeah, no, indeed. So, I mean, let's just jump in, really. So Edred isn't actually watching. So Edred's basically watching the YouTube, so he might be a bit behind on what I'm doing, but any questions you have, he will be sure to pick them out and we can discuss them. And yes, Amon CZ, hello. Almighty Jacob, what's up? Can't wait. Lots and lots of people here. Hello. Zahn, yes, Zahn can hear you. They can hear you. Brilliant. And so yeah, basically I'm going to jump in. It's a brand new concept. As you can see, I did a sketch earlier. But as always, I'm going to make a new layer. And we're going to 100% opacity, nice big brush. I just want to make... I'm quite bad with layers, actually. When it comes to like different objects, like different characters, each have a different layer, maybe. I just do it all on one layer. I don't know... Yeah. I think it's because I did I'm fairly new to digital art. I came from an approach where traditional art you don't really get that kind of freedom. Yeah. I mean, I guess that's why. But yeah, so this is basically, I didn't explain what the unit was. These are the Wardens of the Fences, and they are basically they're your sort of standard ranger unit. So they're basically lightly armoured, but they are elite. So yeah. But they're not like lower tier. So these guys are, I think they're the custom bodyguard for Haldir. Yeah. So basically they're going to have the standard armour but in leather. That's what my thinking is at the moment. So I'm just going to block them out in fairly basic details. So let's get a kind of leathery colour, nice rich brown, I think. Oh, dearie me. You must be new around here, my friend. No, I mean, it is a law break, but I mean, it would also just make them so overpowered, like to the point. Yeah. I mean, they're already a really strong faction, right? So yeah. I mean, in my opinion, even the escort mercenaries are a bit much. I mean, I know they're not great, but that still adds like a significant advantage to the dwarves. Lots of people in the chat, and there is loads and loads of new names. I mean, we had a really big success with that version 4 trailer, version 0.4 trailer. So I'm sure lots of you are new around here. Yeah. Oh, that absolutely blew me away. Absolutely blew me away. I had a little. Yeah, for sure. I mean, hopefully we can have more like that in future. But yeah, that's done incredibly well for the size of our channel. 5,000. I mean, what's it on that? It must be on something like 65,000 views or something. Crazy good. So I'm thinking in the middle here. Obviously you can't see that yet. Okay, I'm adding the green in right now. I'm okay, nice. I'm thinking either make that leather or fabric. Which one do you think? Fabric, okay. Yeah, I've kind of thought of this design. I kind of haven't, because then it's nice to have like two artists kind of thinking up ideas. So I've left it quite open. And there is a cloak. I just need some reference for that cloak. It's good to, like when you do concept art like this, it's just good to have a bit of reference for absolutely everything. Because then, I mean, that really pushes your ability to draw realistic colours and realistic shading and all that. So that's why I've got some reference here. Oh, and Fingos McNippleson and Elegy are both in the chat. Elegy's our community manager. Our incredible community manager. Oh, brilliant. The next update's looking so good already. You've probably seen Frusty working on Haradrim and Mega Blue Iron's Mordor rework, and you might have seen Manu's Galadhrim Lothlorien previews as well. So there's already so much planned for the next update. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Oh dear. How? This is a bit of an Empremi situation. We had Empremi do a stream the other day where he had a load of devs in the chat with him, and they were asking him questions, and they couldn't. People couldn't hear him. He couldn't hear the people speaking to him. Yeah, that's a problem. Edred's here with me in a chat, so I don't know quite. I don't know how you get around this. Yeah. I mean, there is so many of you here. Yeah. I'm not sure how you, because I've got it set to audio output capture. So it should be capturing the audio output from your voice. So I don't. Yeah. And to anyone who is watching along, I'm not laughing to myself. Dread is here. and you're just saying we're both tech noobs. So I mean, do any of you guys in the chat know how to get the voice from Edred's Discord call working on the stream? Or I mean, there's lots of you hanging. I just want to say hello to Enzo. Enzo Colmar's here. Hello. And yeah, Oh yeah, John January. Are you guys on the team a fan of Battle for Middle-earth 2 and its mods? I've never played personally, but it has a high reputation from what I hear. That just sucks about the voice. I'm hoping that there's a fix to that. And while we wait for that, I'm just going to speed through some more like basic block colouring. Okay, so to any of you in the chat, you can't hear Edred, but he's just going to be reading the question. He's going to be looking at the chat, and and reminding me what's there while I sort of concentrate more on the concept. Yeah, we are cursed. We are cursed, Fingers, by constant ailments to our streaming setup. I'm afraid it's always either technical things going wrong, or volume being horribly quiet or horribly loud. And we're 71 viewers. Hello everybody. Matthew Ferguson saying impressive sub counts over the past few months. Yes, we had that really popular 0.4 trailer video. That's on 65,000 views, I think, which is incredible for a channel our size. So lots and lots of people are new around here, so it's good to see so many new faces. Agreed. The the standards of work we put in for our mod, especially like the 3D modelling, is yeah. No, it's and the team's grown as well significantly. 30 developers, yeah, exactly. It's massive. I mean, it's got to be. It must be pushing the boundaries of mod teams. I don't know, to be honest. Okay, hang on. So, yeah. I mean, I remember because Leo did a stream, back in December, I think, where a bunch of us developers jumped on a voice call. How about okay. By the way, get rid of this. Is Control Shift A gets disables that. If I hang up the call and I start a call in a Discord channel, might as well make it public, and then I'll stream from there. See if that works. Hopefully that works. I mean, it might be nice to have some other people, but yeah, I will get an assistance actually. So okay, I'll call back in a sec. Join there. To any of you, apologies to any of you who are watching. We're sorting out our difficulties live, which usually never ends well, but thank you all for sticking with me. So at the moment it's just me in there. Just checking we're not revealing anything, spoiling anything. Good. And how do I... Oh, okay, I share my screen, I guess. Just waiting for Edred to hop in here. Hello, Edred's back. Not that you can hear him. And screen share. Okay, so I'm streaming now. So do let me know in the chat if you can hear Edred now. But while we wait for that, I'm just going to again crack on, get PureF back up on the main window. And let's get some. How long am I going to stream? I'd say 2 hours. I usually keep it quite short. I'm no Frosty after all. For those of you who are new around here and you haven't yet experienced a Frosty stream, Frosty is one of our developers. He's a 3D modeler. He is the one responsible. He's the man responsible for bringing out the entire Erebor faction to you last update. And he does these incredible 7.5, 8 hour streams, was it? Brilliant. Oh, alas. How does it? Hang on. Edred, do you mind giving Leo or Case a ping? Just asking them how on earth they did it, because I have no. It could be something to do with my OBS settings, but it has audio output capture on, so I don't know what the problem would be. Elegy saying, remember we can see the Discord in your current stream setup. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how you get these fancy streams with only certain windows showing, to be honest. As Edred did point out earlier, I am very much a tech noob. But no, that's fine. Does green work there? Hang on, I'm a bit hesitant at putting green on his entire clothes. I want to put that cloth, but I'm not sure if green. I might try a darker green actually. And fill that quickly, like so. If we try selecting a much deeper green, that might blend in more. Aldur, hello, Aldur's here. Aldur is he is responsible for the Easterling modelling, I think. And he's currently working on Kamul, Custom General, the second Custom General to be in the game. Do have a look at his Twitch streams on Twitch. But he may well stream on YouTube soon as well. I think that looks a bit better with the darker green. That's true. That is very true. I mean, I wonder. I might keep it grey. Actually, I might think about putting it back to grey, because there's something to be careful about when you do concepts, when you do character designs, is that like you need to be careful of how many different colours you use, because if you use too many colours, the concept just becomes too crowded, and it's so much for the eye to process, I guess, that it sometimes looks a little bit off. So that's what I'm hesitant about, because I'm going to add some gold. It's basically here, if I hide that, this is a design this is a concept I did a while ago for something else. So this is where I'll copy and paste some bits from. But let me just select this nice bronze colour. Enzo Comar, yeah. I'll read out the I mean, Edred's reading out questions to me, but I appreciate that you can't hear that, so we'll read out the questions again. Enzo Comar saying, alerts units have default formations that are in shambles. Is that, are you saying that there's issues with the Lurtier formations? If so, do post them on bug reports or suggestions in our Discord channel. For those of you who are new around here, of course I haven't plugged the Discord. What am I doing? The Discord link is in the description, as well as the mod download and our other social media. So if you are new around here and you're liking what you see, do have a look and find out more there. It would be great to have you all. Gosh, there is a lot of you in the chat actually. Gear asking, why isn't the Eastlings faction called Rune? I'm not sure, to be honest. Again, suggestions chat, I think. Armoured Space Pony, how do they do it in Warhammer? I assume that's something else. Matt Haley, is Mega Blue the one remodelling Tier 3 Mordor? His last stream was pretty epic. Agreed. Yeah, Mega Blue Iron is our resident Mordor modeller. He's done a fantastic job so far on the Mordor rework. It's been really, really cool. So that should be in the next update, I think, as far as I know. I finally updated the unit cards for the 3 Mordor units that just look completely different to how they were in game. The Servants of the Eye, Guards of the Teeth, and the Morgul Legion. So they've all been updated for next update as well. Enter Colmar. Yeah, the higher tier units will be organised, but the lower tiers are very much all over the place. Oh, so you're saying that you're suggesting that lower tiers should be all over the place. In which case, yeah, I see what you mean. Again, suggestions chat. I want to hear your ideas. All your ideas are really, really valuable to us as modders. So, because we base our we get our inspiration and our motivation from your feedback. So if you have ideas to improve the game, do let us know them. Oh, brilliant. Oh, yes. Case is coming to the rescue. Oh, Case is here. Hello. Am I not streaming? It says I'm live next to my name though. Sorry, Case is just helping me set up the stream in the Discord. Apologies. I see. That means that's that one.
Yes. Look okay. And now you can see if I talk, it goes. Maybe it's a little loud, but
yeah, desktop order. Yeah. I might turn that down.
And that's it.
Okay.
Folks, can you hear us?
Well, good luck with the stream, everyone.
Thank you, Case. Thank you very much for that.
Alright, bye-bye.
See ya.
Can they hear me now? Let's see.
Oh, there is like, yes.
Very nice.
Oh, happy day. Brilliant. Okay, so to anyone who's missed it, this is Edred here. He's been in the chat with me this whole time, but now you can hear him. Edred is our other concept artist, and he's doing the rest of the Lothlorien designs, and he did a couple of the Erebor designs as well. But yeah, so he's going to be here now. As you can see, I have no clue how to work all this stuff, and Case came to the rescue. Let me just catch up with the chat quickly.
Very nice. So, armored space ponies, unless there's people that know the Silmarillion from memory and there's like a specific reason why something should be like X or Y.
Oscar, is Dane the only custom general as of right now? Yes, in a way. There is the Woodland Realm do have Thranduil, but he doesn't have a custom head at the moment. It's just a custom armor.
Yes. Beautiful
Um,
made custom armor.
Git asking which custom generals will Gondor get. As far as I know, it's Imrahil, Faramir, and Boromir. But you know, there's loads in the books, so you never know. We might add more. And Aldur, thanks to an awesome concept art by Maran the Great. Oh, in reference to Kamul, yeah, that was a fun concept to do. I'm really looking forward to doing more custom general concepts because they're really they're unique. After all,
Right. Zarin13 is saying, "I'm glad to finally hear you, Edred." So thank you.
yeah.
And Joseph Cook is the greatest elves are Lorien elves. I do
agreed.
agree with
they
that.
do look
They're my
fantastic. Right?
favorite elves.
They completely fail in terms of being realistic and practical. They
Yeah.
completely fail. I mean, look how much of
But
them is
They
unarmored,
look spectacular.
but they look so beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad that's worked now.
Yeah.
Denethor, fingers magnificent. Is Denethor worthy of being a custom general?
Not really.
I don't think so. No. He seems like even if he seems like more of a person to hide away in his halls, in his throne, as opposed to be on the pitch leading the battle. As far as I know, I think. I mean, of course.
Aragorn will lead like the Grey Rangers, right, or something.
Yeah, Matt Haley saying no Aragorn,
Heresy.
but I think he's going to Imladris, as far as I know.
Mm-hmm.
The Grey Company, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is weird. It's weird, considering there's 3 factions that should have him. That being Imladris, Arnor, and Gondor. But of course, we can only give one. So
Armor saying the environment seems really difficult to make for Lothlorien.
that's true. I assume we're gonna have to
Lots
make
of tall
like custom trees and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be a problem. I mean, that's the thing. We've got all the amazing artists to make that stuff. And of course, I mean, 80 of you. That's crazy numbers. So hello to everyone who's new.
Yeah.
Social media, Discord in the description below, all that. And of course, any of you who are interested in helping out, have a look at our recruitment on our Discord, because there is lots of ways to help out, actually.
Yep. Indeed.
But of course, mainly things like 3D modelling. Even if you're just interested in fiddling around with Blender, if you've got that motivation, we have intern positions as well, where you can learn directly from our team. We've got quite a few. We've had team members popping up left, right, and centre recently, actually. So
new 2D artists too.
We do have a new 2D artist. Yeah, I haven't seen any of it. His work on his art station is phenomenal, but we haven't seen anything in Rise of Mordor yet. But I'm excited.
Matt Halley saying Denethor's special ability is that he just gets depressed and sets himself on fire.
That would be a dangerous. I mean, you could have some kind of fun abilities with that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like a really dangerous one that is a risky one, but of course, like I said, any ideas, do let us know in the suggestions channel, because that's where we communicate our, that's where you can send your suggestions, hence the name.
Joseph Cook is asking, will these guys be hybrid ranged shock? I see that outline of a great sword in the background.
As far as I know, the longsword, it's a longsword, I think, on the Trello. Trello, by the way, is where all our faction rosters are and our concepts and unit cards. So if you're interested in finding out what the rosters are and the planned factions, have a look at that as well in the description as a side note. But yes, what we were saying about longsword, I'm not sure, to be honest, but it's not a great sword, no, so I don't think they'd be a hybrid. And also remember, these guys are really lightly armoured. They're very much a ranger unit.
Yeah.
So I assume they'll have
theory.
I assume they'll have guerrilla deployment, meaning they'll be able to deploy in front of enemy lines. But I'm not sure about the hybrid thing. So here we go. We got just doing some little more details now. We're still at quite blocky colours, very much in the early stages of this concept.
Mm-hmm. I see you draw over your line art.
Yeah.
I actually draw under it.
Well, yeah,
So
I think that's two approaches really. You get some people who do, like I start very much basic like this, and then I sort of build the detail on top.
Yeah.
Whereas people like you draw quite a.
The problem is with only the line when you draw under the line art, you like have a lot to fix afterwards.
That's
because
true.
the colors
That's true.
like, yeah.
No, it's true. What I do with when I block out, I always tend to end up adding in little shading like this, like I'm doing now. I do that from quite early stages, so I already define the colours and stuff from that early stage. But yeah, as Edward said, there's two ways of doing it really. With line art, it just means you have to draw really clean line art, and this is like,
Yeah.
my sketches are quite messy. So that's like a finished sketch to me. That elf blowing his horn, whereas Edward Dutt spends a long time like fixing up those really nice little neat lines, and then that probably proves for easier
It
detailing.
takes a lot of time.
Yeah. I know. I'm just excited to get into like the colouring and stuff, so I just rush ahead. I think.
Armored. If this was a Warhammer mod, I'd say change map environment based on who owns it. Like if it's Mordor owned, dark area, Gondor owned, lighter area.
Oh, that'd be.
It's a
Oh, you
cool-
mean on the campaign map, right?
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
that's
that'd
talking-
be cool. I mean, I know they're working on like custom environments for Mordor and stuff, but I think that's weather. I think that's in game, in battle.
Xavier is saying, I saw some amazing art in your ArtStation profile. I love your Numenorian designs.
Oh, thank you very much. I mean, do I have my art links in the description? Yeah, I do. If you want to see some of my my own art on my Instagram and ArtStation, they are in the description if you want to have a look there. That's where I post most of my stuff. Got to throw in a bit of shameless self-promotion sometimes.
Anyone's gotta win some money.
And also, of course, check out Edred's stuff on Instagram.
I just
Which
have
is-
an Instagram for now.
Yeah. Which is spelled AETREDD,
Post a
I think. And apologies, I've been neglecting the chat, but so Edred's saving me today from the chat, so I'm able to work a bit faster, which is great. Usually it's just a complete it's great. It's really, really nice having that interaction with you all, but it means I don't get as much done in terms of work. So now you can see, faster work and have the interaction, which is.
Armor is saying, would it make sense to have the brunt of armies made up of random elves drafted, mostly young men, as the factions are kinda in decline?
Well, I mean, we want to have those elite guys you see in the films, right? And stuff like if we look at Lothlorien, for example, the lower tiers are basically, they're the patrollers, like the guys that capture the Fellowship and man the borders of the woods. Those are the guys that are making up the lower tiers. So they're not professional soldiers. Oh no, we don't want to do that. They're not professional soldiers at all. They're scouts and sentries, and that's very much the case with the other elven factions as well. Mirkwood, you've got the forest rangers and things.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that, and of course, like the rosters are small. There's small rosters. There's small unit sizes,
Yes.
and they'll be more expensive. So I think that is what we're trying to do to illustrate the decline of elves. Wow, we're on Jesus, 95 people. Hello, everybody.
Okay. AOAs. I'm not gonna bother with the name because. Is it possible to make Mordor's shock unit to tier 3 or maybe even tier 4? I think Mordor needs at least one heavy shock unit.
Well, okay, yeah, bear in mind, trolls are planned.
Yeah,
they might not be in the next few updates, but they are certainly coming. You've probably seen the animation streams of the trolls.
Yep.
So they are really, progress is being made on them. And I think once they're in there, AA Ozeka,
Okay.
they'll, smash through anything.
Don Raven's asking a question about your concept. What's the midsection bit? Is it a belt or a robe?
This green bit here. So basically, this is your standard Lothlorien armor, right? This is what we know from the films. So basically, I'm just sort of replacing this this red bit here with the green fabric. What do you think? I mean, should we extend this green thing all the way down, or should we give him some kind of something more on the legs? Because if we look here, the red, of course, stops right there. So, I mean, what do you think? Should we stop the green there and bring potentially we could bring down scale mail, or just a different colour of something? So what do you think? And wow, we're almost at 100 viewers. That's incredible.
Yeah. I mean, what do you think about a hauberk? So you don't see the upper green part.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You just see a bit of it.
So, like the green bit's coming down the bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I love that idea. Yeah. Well, silver or gold is the question.
Yeah, that's it.
If we do silver,
Since they're rangers. Yeah, I'd say silver though, because they're still rangers,
Yeah,
fits well with the grey, I think.
Yeah, I agree. So, like, I'm just thinking about oversaturating the concept with different colours, but I think it should be okay. And Radical Ricardo, sorry if that's already been asked, but will the Black Numenorians be part of Umbar, or are they exclusive to Mordor? No, they are in both. Not the same units. Mordor has Dark Numenorians, whereas Umbar has they're just sort of the remnants of Numenor, the King's Men, the Adunaim. So Umbar does get one Numenorian unit, yes.
Geert is saying, would it be fair to give the Mirkwood faction a deer cavalry because they have small numbers?
I don't know. I mean, is deer cavalry lore accurate? Because I think we're making, the disadvantage of Mirkwood not having cavalry as well, like the dwarves. They're a very powerful archer faction, but are we going to make them? We're going to penalise them by removing their cavalry because they've only got one. They only have one unit available to them. Admittedly, a very cool unit, but
yeah.
So there we go. We've added again. This is of course very, very basic, but we've added a nice little hauberk there. So he has a plate of scales, or a scale shirt under his leather armor here.
I think that works well.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so Eligi definitely saying no beasts cavalry, boys. Sad.
Well, I think also, I mean, I assume like a deer, an elk.
Like
I think they're elks, aren't they? They could require custom animations. It might not, but it could.
Yeah.
In which case, that would mean a huge amount of work for our animating department.
Yeah. definitely.
And that our animating department is I think that's the one department that could do with some improvement in terms of like manpower, because they are working hard, of course, but you know they're still taking a long time on the trolls. And of course, after trolls, they've got wargs, is it, or Mumakil? Wargs next, then Mumakil.
Yeah, works.
So yeah, they've got plenty to be thinking about already. That's basic detailing's done. I will leave these till later, the swords and the arrows and things. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of turn down the opacity, maybe 50% kind of. And basically I'm just, all these little lines I've done to indicate shadows and highlights. Of course, bear in mind the light's coming from the right here. Just basically blending like this to smooth things out. And of course, the lower your opacity, might lower a bit more, the smoother blend you get.
Almighty Jacob is saying, just want to say that you are doing an amazing. I'm a big fan of the Lord of the Rings franchise, and I spent hundreds of hours playing this Third Age Total War. When your campaign comes out, I might as well quit school.
Oh, thank you very much, man. Thank you.
It's very.
I mean, yeah, stuff like that's really nice to hear from people. And yeah, I mean, we're a team of people that does this because we love it. Really,
Yeah.
we don't get paid for this for copyright reasons, so we are all alike. Oh yeah, Enzo's saying, doesn't the Woodland Realm have 2 cavalry units? They do have a tier 2 cavalry, yes. I recently did the concept art for them. They're I think they're an archer cav. So yes, you will have another cavalry option as Woodland Realm soon. Maybe even as near as the next update. We never know. Manu's back now. He's finished his work. He's pumping out stuff.
And Gerd is asking, which generals do the Elven factions get? So I think Lorien will get Haldir and Celeborn. And I'm not sure about Imladris. I think they get...
They will. I've seen Glorth is Alejandro asking, will Glorfindel be in the mod? And yes, so that's a custom general for Imladris, yeah. Imladris also gets Aragorn and potentially Elrond, I think. That would make the most sense to put Elrond there. I imagine Lyndon will get Círdan.
I'll just check that right now. I'll just go on the Trello and see.
Well, Edward is using our Trello board. For those of you who don't know, I've already plugged it this stream, but the Trello board is where we have all our faction rosters and all our planned units and stuff. So if you want to find out more about that, it's all basically there, except custom generals. So you're right to ask about custom generals. But of course, do remember with custom generals that it's basically, custom generals basically it takes the same amount of time to make a custom general as it does to make a unit. So that's why we're hesitant on doing them right now. Of course, Dane was very fun to do, and I think that added a nice sort of touch to the update. So I think that's why we did that.
Yeah, so Imladris will get Glorfindel, Elrond, and Aragorn.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Maybe sons of Elrond could be good to have them.
Froosty's here. Frosty,
Yeah.
hello. Hi,
Hello.
Frosty.
Here.
Frosty is our Dwarven modeler, for those of you who don't know. There's loads and loads of new people in the chat. We've got like 90 people watching Frosty on YouTube.
Froosty's streaming for very long.
Yeah, I mean, those of you who are new, wait around and definitely make sure you catch one of Froosty's streams because he does them for 8 hours. And let's just make sure we have...
Sometimes happens to all of us. 8 hours,
I don't know. I don't think I could go that long.
Don't see the time pass.
That's like that would be like that's so like draining, I guess.
Joe Schnatz, when will we get a peek at goblins? We already did, actually. Haganaz is working on them.
Did we make that public? I think that was just an early birds, which gives us a nice segue into promoting our early birds role, which you can get on our Discord. You've got to make this stream one big advertisement. Our early birds is basically if you do really well at our bot games, or if you boost the server, or if you're just an incredibly big fan of ours, we will give you the early bird role. And basically, it's a channel
if you
where
get 200 kills, 200 points in the killing competition.
It's a channel where we developers just dump all their work in progress shots. So I think the early birds have seen what the goblins look like, and I'm sure you'll see it. You'll all see it too soon. Incredible work by Haganaz, though. Haganaz is a silent hero of the mod.
Yeah, he is.
You don't really hear much about him, but he does so much.
Yeah.
Evo, hi Frosty. Hello, Evo. Yeah, I was thinking too, Maron, about maybe Arwen herself.
That would be cool,
As-
actually.
Yeah,
that'd be
as a leader of horsemen.
That'd be really cool. Yeah, I mean, I'd love like custom generals. The more, the merrier.
Yeah, I think that Imlardis have
Yeah.
very big
They
potential
do actually, yeah.
for that.
Of course, yeah, and the twins, Eladan and Elrohir.
Yeah. Elladan and Elroy.
So yeah, I think Gondor has a huge amount there as well. All the different the different leaders of the fiefdoms and stuff. So yeah, I'm sure. I mean, there's not that many planned at the moment.
Joe Schnatz is asking first.
Yeah, I answered to him on the chat. But on my next stream, I will work on tier 3 Harad.
Okay.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, those were really fun concepts to do, actually. They're not very popular. People didn't like watching them, sadly.
Harad.
Yeah, those streams didn't do very well.
Yeah, like with the dwarves, I had like 40, 50, even 60 people always.
Yeah.
So with Harad, I have like 20 people. Because
No, same.
like
same.
Harad.
The most dedicated one.
I think like elite units always do well because everyone likes watching us design an elite unit. Kimura RR, will Rohan come? It's being worked on. Yeah, it's being worked on. But it will be a while, unfortunately, because they're like basically each unit for Rohan is filled with variation. So that means like you're making the equivalent of 5 units for one unit, and Freesy's having that same thing for Harad. Like you've had to make so many variants for just one tier 2 unit, right?
Yeah, I'm just finishing now tier 2 because still need to make some other variant for cavalry because I made 5 for infantry, 5 these wooden bags, and now I made 5th with the bones and the banners. I made one variant already for tier 1, and yeah, there is the worst thing is making a variant.
Yeah. So that's unfortunately what Hanti's facing right now with Rohan. But yeah, I'll let you know that those units that have been are in a later stage are looking so good. But yes, don't worry. When things are ready with Rohan, you will get them as previews. Eowyn would be awesome for Rohan. I don't know if she would fit though, because it's. Bear in mind
for
that
now she isn't planned for now.
Yeah. Because custom generals are like they're meant to be leaders, and Eowyn was never really a leader. Really, she was more like a soldier.
She was
a
leading
fighter.
people but no soldiers.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, like, who's planned for Rohan at the moment? I assume, of course, Theoden and Eomer, but maybe Erkenbrand as well would be cool to see.
Yeah, Ergen.
And there's
But if we wanna have some Arwen as a custom general for Imnardis, then Eowyn for Rohan.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So
I mean, I
she could-
I think it'd be
That
great.
makes sense.
In that case, like, why not make Galadriel a custom general for?
Yeah.
Because she was actually a fighter in the books, or she was like a really skillful fighter.
What weapon she could use, as you think?
I think they made a concept for, they like official Weta concept art, for the Hobbit.
Of her in armor?
Yeah,
There was
yeah,
some stuff, or
yeah. For in the Hobbit
Is
when in Dol Guldur,
Oh,
okay.
but they didn't use it. I think it's basically like she's wearing a like plate of gold scales,
yeah.
and she's got a massive spear. I think is what the weapon they gave her.
yeah,
That'd be
so
cool
that
to
could
have.
be also
Yeah.
to use that.
I mean, that'd be really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
But yeah, we've. So I haven't actually been reading the chat at all this time, barely. So I'm relying on these other two fine gentlemen with me to catch all of you. And of course, guys in the chat, do have a look for our moderators who will probably answer your questions as well if we don't manage to get to them. Yeah, here basically adding some nice shine to that leather. It's pretty polished stuff. And let's.
Josh Nuts is asking if you guys could make a faction not planned, what would it be? I was reading yesterday the Fellowship of the Ring again, and I was thinking that maybe something like Eriador again, but mainly focused on the Bree and Shire,
I'd love that. Yeah.
just this kind of man.
I don't know why that's not planned actually, because that's like a. I mean, you could easily make that into a military faction. Because I think as it stands at the moment, like Eriador is it's potentially planned, but it would be a passive faction, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that maybe because we have just planned Reforged Armor. Yeah. So we could to split maybe this in some way.
Yeah.
I read that the Rangers protected all these lands. Yeah. So
yeah.
maybe we could just make like something like Eriador before Reforged Armor. Like in the Third Age mod.
I mean, like what they did in the Third Age mod is really, really good. Like that, it's quite a medieval look that they've given them.
Yeah.
I like it. I really like it.
Crunchy Biscuit is asking, how many hours a week do you guys think you work on the project? How difficult is it for you guys to juggle having jobs and working on the mod? I think most of us are in school or university.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on a gap year, so that's really lucky for me because I can spend every day working on the mod, which is great fun. I'd say 6 hours a day.
Oh hell!
7 days a week. Maybe more sometimes.
That's a lot.
But yeah,
I am now workless again, and so again I spent 14 hours per day with our mod.
Oh man, what happened?
We have the next lockdown, and
Yeah.
they just closed the restaurant.
Oh shit! Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, no problem. I have more time for play.
I'm sure the chat could feel sorry for you, but happily rejoice inside that Frusty is now is back. Oh yeah, we've hit the 100 mark, folks. 104 people.
100.
It's a
Nice. Very nice.
Very nice, yeah.
It's really special to see like the channel grow so big, right? It's been like it's incredible growth in the last few days.
Yeah. I mean, last time I checked, the channel was like 5K, and it's not that long ago.
Yeah, we had that. We had the 5K special like literally last
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically I've done a fair amount of this blending kind of business. Let's get some shadow on his. Maybe make that slightly less blood red. So like this is, it's looking already much better, but it's still very basic. We haven't done any kind of detail at all. So I'm thinking, let's go in with a finer brush on the breastplate, this chest piece.
I see those waist limbs should meet in the middle. I'd say you see on the picture Mayron has next to his concept,
Oh,
they
yeah,
join
yeah.
in the middle indeed. But when you wear it, actually, like you're
Yeah, let me have a look if I've got any. I mean, I suppose you can see it on these Games Workshop models here. That they
So
kind
this
of,
is tier 2. This unit.
this is tier 3 actually. These are
Tier 3.
these are like standard, but they're a ranger. Oh no, we don't want that.
This, I don't know, orange, brown color, which you made under the hood. This is hair.
No, it's just the shadows. You know, shadows on skin are usually quite red. People don't really think that, but it's because of like transparency in blood and stuff. But don't worry, that'll be sorted out.
Yeah, okay.
Don't worry.
Because when I was looking at it and has a nice red hair.
He's
like,
a
some Irish guy.
he's a cool dude from Middle Earth. He's a rocker.
yeah.
But yeah, let's focus on this breastplate. So let's get some nice reference up of that. There we go. See, it's perfect having this pure ref because it just means you can. Oh, we don't want to save that. Well, I do want to save that actually, but I'll do that later. Okay, so it kind of splits in the middle, so we want to make sure we see this scale through the middle like that. Much finer brush now, so now we can focus in on the details. As you can see, it's got 3 like that. Copying does actually take up more time than you think. The designs that are really quick are the ones that I make up myself, because then you're just you're doing the thinking in your head, but you're doing. Whereas here you have to keep looking like back and back and back and back. So that's the unfortunate thing about this, but I think getting things looking accurate to the film is valuable.
Yeah, definitely.
I have to ask you, Tom, if the Serpent Guard concept which you made, it is ready or totally ready, because I have to make it soon.
Oh yeah, I can do that next. Yeah, it's not quite ready at the moment, but yeah, sure, that'll be next anyway.
Maybe some.
Oh, sorry, I think you might have cut out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Serpent Guard coming soon. That's the tier 4 elite units for Harad, which is. I don't think Harad gets enough love, so I'm glad that Free the Legend is now on them.
Yeah, but I have a help. Yeah, so don't worry.
Okay,
I have
brilliant. So
I
yes,
have my own students, students
Yeah.
who are working with me.
Do you have two interns?
Yeah, I have a Trandwheel and Executioner. Executioner will start Umbar.
Oh, yeah.
Subtraction.
Oh, I better get on those concepts quickly then. Okay, so
Don Raven is asking, should the scale be seen, or the chainmail, I say, seen on the arms a bit too?
we're not giving him the those iconic shoulder pieces. Or we can do that, but it might look nice if we don't. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think, Edred?
I don't know. I think I'm against the shoulder pieces, but he was asking if he like the chainmail should be seen on the arms a bit too, or like his halberd.
Yeah, we could. What if I?
But I'm not sure about that.
I mean, let me try something. If we bring the cloak back in a little bit and have like have basically only a little bit showing like that. What do you think of that?
Yeah. Honestly, I like it how it is right now. I'm not sure.
Yeah, same actually.
I'm not sure if it's needed.
Yeah, undoing's annoying sometimes. It's good to just draw over it sometimes. It's annoying when you undo something and it just is over the limit of the memory of undo history.
Jan Postbaichel is asking, what is the progress on Rohan? Thanks for the answer.
Rohan, it's being steadily worked on. Hanti's really busy with it, but it's still fairly early, I'm afraid. Yeah, when things are ready, you'll see. Same as any other faction. But worry not, the next update is going to be big anyway. As you've seen Frusty's Harad streams and Mega Blue Iron's Mordor streams.
Yeah.
And Manu's Galadhrim, his Lorien streams. Oh, he's not streaming, but his Lorien previews.
I can't wait till the Mega will finish his tier 3 model.
Yeah. Oh, they're going to look so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have to make tier 1 and tier 2 for them.
Oh, nice.
I have a deal with Mega.
How many of these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3. Oh, we might not just make it. Shit. That's not what I want up on the screen right now. Okay, so we've just managed
Joseph is asking, what's the armor type for this unit? Leather and mail, or are the segmented plates supposed to be bronze?
No, this is leather. Always done one too few here. Because these guys are more of like a ranger type unit, so their weaknesses, their strength is like ranger, big range and damage and guerrilla deployment, but their penalty is weak armor.
We are seeing fast progress from your part on the concept right now. It's working very well.
Yeah, no, it's good having my support here with me to help with the chat.
Any pressure, remember, any pressure, just make it faster.
No, it's good because I mean I usually work like faster than this. I try and work as fast as possible, of course, like keeping quality in mind, of course, but like but I do like having the chat. So sometimes it's good to have like a slightly more laid back stream.
Yeah.
With more interaction, but this is nice. I think you've seen a lot of those streams, and it's nice to have a stream where I'm actually doing some like quick work, and I'm not really explaining what I'm doing here, but hopefully, like Edred, of course, any questions you have about what I'm doing, ask away.
Well, I don't have any questions, but I enjoy your process. It's refreshing. I used to work like way slower because I like teach. I'm very bad at. I'm a tech noob, so I learn very slowly.
Oh yeah, same.
On the
same.
computer.
Oh, we've just had a.
But now seeing how you
Bug.
do it, like you do a lot of things that I thought weren't possible. Like just being way faster and just working on the same layer over and over. Like, because
I
I
don't
use
know,
a lot of layers, like highlight and
Mm.
shading and all that.
Well, I think using lots of layers is good if you are good at sticking to one bit at one time, right? Like if you're good at doing.
And I'm not, because sometimes I draw on the wrong.
Yeah, that's the worst. When you draw on the wrong layer and then you have to like get that bit and copy it and paste it onto the right layer and
Yeah, exactly.
that's annoying. That's exactly why I don't use layers, is because I'm really bad at management like that. So I end up just messing up the layers. Of course, I do use basically layers like, you know, this is my background, so that is a layer, and you know,
Yeah.
there's my sketch and there's my other reference. But yeah.
Yeah.
And if you, yeah, I'm pressing Alt a lot because that gets you to your eyedropper tool really quickly. So basically means you can work really fast.
Right.
Keyboard shortcuts are so important with Photoshop. You save so much time with that. So just jumped all over the place again, and again. Gosh, lots of people in the chat. Radical Ricardo, another question. Reforged Arnor. I'm assuming that requirements are conquering Eriador, not including Gondor. I'm not sure how the Reforged Realm of Arnor script is going to work. But I don't think that'll be coming anytime soon, but our faction overviews, J Monster is doing them. They've been very popular as well, I think. So
From that, what I know for now, we have in plan that Arnor will start like a horde tribe, and Eriador will be a passive faction.
Right, yeah. There's your answer. Of course, everything's like work in progress. You know, campaign's coming along really, really well. Progress is being made. You've probably seen Leo's recent streams of modelling Mount Doom, which is really cool. Of course, any of you who are new here and you haven't seen a campaign stream, I highly recommend them. It's good to, you know, dispel that myth of campaign isn't possible, because it completely is possible.
You now just refreshed my memory that I promised to just Leo, yeah. But
I remember, yeah.
Yeah, a texture for his volcano.
Oh yeah, Mount Doom. What, like Mount Doom lava effect? I think was it that he wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, that'd be cool if you can do that. If that's possible.
Yeah, I will try, but I think that there should be more low poly lava on it. Yeah, you know, to make a better effect.
Yeah. As opposed to just a texture, you mean? Are any chunky characters planned? Do you mean like custom generals? Don Raven King? Because if you mean custom generals, I mean Dane Ironfoot's already in the game, and absolutely custom generals are planned. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chunky units. Or if you mean trolls, then yes. Trolls are also planned, and they are being worked on by our animation department. It's kind of as far. There's like, how many of them is there? Like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, so
I think we can call ourselves. I think the team's big enough now to have like departments.
Yeah, like a big company.
Yeah.
Own department.
I mean, it's big. It's like a game development studio almost.
Yeah.
The Valheim, the game, which is very popular now, it just has probably like 3 or 5 people.
Wow.
Who created it. Yeah, and they have already like 50 million of of euro.
Yeah, they must get
that's gained
very rich.
for
Yeah.
a free
Yeah,
without any pets.
That must be so rewarding to have like such a. That, I mean, it must have been a huge amount of work for them, but that is definitely paid off. Yeah.
I mean, when you look at the game and the size of their team, they definitely did something big. Like a lot of work was put into it.
Hopefully that's the same with us. I mean, you know, like the work, we've been in development for a long time now, but I think like these are definitely the most, like, I guess you can call them like golden days, the golden days of Rise of Mordor. I'd say are now.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, our speed now is, oh my god.
It's crazy. I mean, yeah, since you joined Roosty, I think like getting the Erebor faction out was massive, but also like inspired the rest of the team to get working as well.
Yeah.
I can say that for 3 weeks maximum, the main serpent tribe will be ready, and if Jacob in this time will start with my help, of course, with Umbar, I think that Umbar can be ready too for this time.
Yeah. Oh, crazy. I mean, the next update can't be coming out soon. I mean, of course, like the Galadhrim elves, the Lorien elves will be ready, but I think Manu will like flesh out the roster a bit more, so you might even have time to get the Mahud tribe.
Yeah.
Which will be really cool.
Yeah, I was testing yesterday with Haganas something about their body. Yeah.
Like their war paint, yeah. The Mahud tribe, for anyone who doesn't know, Harad's split into three sections, which is the main tribe, which is the guys you see on the Mumakil, and then Umbar, and then Mahud tribe, which is the guys that like lead the Mumakil, with war paint and stuff.
Yeah,
free to use.
Wild motherfucker.
Yeah. So that, I mean, I better get going with those concepts then, because if Execution's on it as well.
Executioner's putting out some great work too.
Like the custom weapons, the weapons for Haradrim as well, yeah. Man, it is so inspiring to work with a team like this. I think it's made me like, it's made me work so much more, you know, like always like strive to be better and like come up with creative ideas and things. And of course, any of you, like, yeah. I mean, any of you who are keen to help out, like I've said before, do have a look at our recruitment channel on the Discord, because that's, you can see a whole long list of ways you can help out. We've got, of course, we've got 3D modelling, we've got 2D art, architectural modelling, potentially things like voice acting, campaign tile mapping.
Yeah, tile mapping.
Yeah. And of course, intern roles, where you can learn to be an intern. If you're not quite confident enough to go straight to a development team member, you can become an intern and sort of polish and refine your skills before you move to development team, which is what we're doing at the moment with a lot of people as well. But yeah, link below to the Discord, of course.
You can say too about how to become, for example, a unit maker. You have to know in basics like Blender or 3ds Max, and some basics from Substance Painter.
Yes.
And yeah, I could say that's all for the beginning.
Yeah.
The rest.
Potentially ZBrush as well, because then for high poly.
Yeah, but if you know how to make easy sculpting in Blender, so for the beginners, it is enough, because the weapons, etc. You need just it.
That's true. I was hoping to get onto 3D modelling myself, but it seems like I have so much concept art to be doing that's being delayed. Buntosaurus. I asked a while ago, sorry. What game will this mod be on? It looks sick, by the way. Thank you, Buntosaurus. Well, this game is for Total War Attila. It's a mod, a Lord of the Rings overhaul mod for Total War Attila. But it's already out. You can play it. For any of you who aren't sure in the chat, by the way, you can already play it. The download link is in the description below. And our recent update, included the whole of the Erebor roster. So do have a look at that if you haven't yet downloaded it. I'm sure many of you new people here are familiar with it because you've seen the Dwarven announcement trailer. Now let's get some highlights on this armour.
Alright.
Move that opacity quite down. The lighter the opacity, the lighter the colour, sorry, the lower the opacity, because otherwise you can see the brush strokes still quite clearly. So this is basically, it's built in the same way as the main armour, just made out of leather, I think. So we want to keep it fairly similar to this in terms of construction. Bring that up a bit.
Frosty, I don't know if you saw it. Macy Ferguson is asking, can anyone list those programs again? Frosty is talking about Blender 3D, etc.
Yeah, so do you wanna put it on the chat? Yeah?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what he's asking. You're the 3D modeler here, so...
I'll leave you to deal with that, Frosty, if that's okay. Will I continue?
Mark Olsen is asking what date is it released. There is no release date, but it's already in alpha, so you can't play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Renon already ends.
But in terms of campaign release, that's being worked on. But that it could be 1 to 2 years is our estimate at the moment for the campaign.
Yeah.
So do hold tight with that. But it's in progress, steady progress. So rest assured there. You get some nice shine on these leg plates here. Not quite sure what you call these bits here, to be honest. I wouldn't quite say they're tassets from a sort of historical point of view. There we go.
Miles Walker, the Discord link is in the description also.
Yes, yeah. And yeah, Froosty's saying Blender / 3ds Max is for that's basically the low poly modelling that you do. Substance Painter is giving things textures. Just explaining for those of you who aren't familiar. And ZBrush is for high poly, so the detail modelling.
Yeah, because ZBrush is much better in the high poly making than Blender. Yeah, so if you guys wanna make some really nice, so I recommend from my heart the ZBrush.
Yeah. I need to look into all of that actually. So they've got a little round thing here. Okay. Interesting. Oh. Just put that on there. I guess we can keep it the same as the... Now, also a good thing about keeping the design the same is that Manu, our modeler, has already made this armour set for the tier 3 guys, these standard guys that I have on the reference up here. So basically, having the model the same is a massive win for him because basically all he needs to do is retexture things.
Yep.
So that's also something you need to think about when you're doing 2D art is how easily can the modeler make the thing, or how easy can you make the life of the modeler basically. I've already given him enough of a challenge with the Malorn Defenders.
Yeah, definitely. With all those layers and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
I'm really looking forward to what he does with them, though. They're going to be spectacular.
One funny thing which I can add about 3D modeling for our mod is that last time I talked with Mega about what limit we have for triangles in 3D Creator, yeah, and I heard that probably I misunderstand for at the beginning, and always I had twice much bigger limit, and I didn't use it. Yeah, so
Oh, so all
there's,
your
like,
all your
less
models are basically like twice as low detail as they could be.
yeah, and I used already like 10,000
Mm.
from 30,000. Yeah,
Oh,
so 1 to 3.
Yeah. Oh wow! I mean, I guess there's room for rework then. I guess in the future, that could be a
that's what I
reason.
was
Yeah,
going
yeah.
to say.
I'm sure, because the thing is, like, of course, once we release the campaign and we have like, that means our 3D modelers are free. They've got no more work once we finish all the unit rosters. You know. So basically, that once the units are finished, then that's the time that all our modelers will shift to custom generals and reworking. I think there'll be some like significant reworking once everything's finished. You know,
Yeah, of course. But when we are ready, for example, I am in Harad, yeah, already. So I have in plan some 1 or maximum 2 custom generals, but not all, because
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
said, rest of generals is at the end. For fast develop is just faction leader or something like that.
Yeah,
The most-
agreed. I think a few custom generals with the faction release is quite nice. You know, like it'll give the trailer some like spice and
Yeah, indeed.
but also it's nice to have that on the field. Let's give him a little bit more dirt down the bottom of his clothes, because of course this guy is a ranger, so he's travelling through forest a lot. We could of course also give him some kind of you know, gear, like bags, because of course, as I said, he is a ranger, so he carries basically everything with him. Hang on, let me just quickly switch account and let me pin that comment.
If you remember, Tom, when we were talking about custom generals for airborne, yeah, so I
Yeah.
checked that the Dane is already very, very, very old in the late Third Age.
Oh,
So if with sure, not just Thorin, but even during the seventh, yeah, is alive and is enough adult to be a custom general.
Oh,
So,
really? Oh, is
Yeah.
during the 7th his grandson?
Yeah, the grandson, yeah.
Oh, wow. I guess that's, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, because Thorin the Third, he has something like almost I don't know, like almost 200 years. Yeah, when we start our campaign, Dane has something like 250 years. So we sure.
Oh, yeah.
Do it
During the 7th should definitely be in it, yeah.
Yeah, he should has like 100 years.
Yeah.
So
No, that'd be fun to come up with like custom dwarven designs for generals.
Don Raven King is asking, is suggesting maybe an elven knife on his boots.
Oh, good idea. Good idea. I guess we won't be able to
I'm not
see it
sure
very
if-
well.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we'll be able to see it very well.
Perhaps on the belt, maybe on the back actually, because you see
Yeah, on
this
the back.
sketch here. This is you've got the massive sword on the back and the quiver, but we could also easily fit a knife maybe there.
Yeah,
I think that'd be cool.
like on the quiver.
Or on the quiver, yeah. The Woodland Realm quiver has a knife built in, as far as I remember. We haven't on the face. Should we block out the face a little bit? Face is always an interesting one. So.
Dodgy Kingdom, maybe an elven dagger like Aragorn has.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
already a
absolutely.
unit using them. The
Oh, is there? Oh, the-
Heroes of Amon Lang.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I did a concept of the Heroes of Amon Lang, and they do use Aragorn's type dagger.
Little details like that are really cool to have.
Yeah. Matt Halley is suggesting about a dagger on the outside of a bracer as well.
Would that be practical?
I really don't know. Might add extra weight and might be, I don't know. I never saw it historically, so.
Historically, you'd have a dagger on the belt on this side,
Yeah.
because then you can draw it really easily, or on the back.
Yeah.
But of course, these guys are far from historical. So I don't know. Yeah, I think Matt Haley, we will, or everyone who suggested the dagger, we will put it in a place that looks best, I guess. A, that looks best, and B, that is the most like easy to work with in terms of rigging and clipping and all that fun stuff. Frusti could tell you all about rigging, the joys of rigging things.
Pierre Olivier is suggesting since they travel a lot through the forest, would it be cool to ripe the cape, the bottom of the cape?
Oh, rip the cape. Yeah. Well, I'm potentially not rip the cape because it's like it's this special elven material. Remember, these are the capes that the Fellowship wore.
Yeah, and elves do take care of their material a lot.
So maybe a little bit of dirt, but nothing else.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit of dust that he could brush off at the end of the day. And of course, like when you plan a roster, the earlier tier units should look slightly more basic, I guess, and the more elite units, it helps make them look more elite if they're clean.
Yeah.
So that's also another reason not to do rips and things.
Oh, Zarn is saying waist area is probably the best area to place the dagger.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
with that.
I agree.
And Matt Halley is saying could give him some rope as a nod to Sam as well.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah,
That's
I mean, this
amazing.
guy should have like a survival kit on his back, basically. These guys are elite rangers, so that, you know, rope, a little bag, maybe a pouch of food. Nothing too cumbersome, of course, because they are fast-moving guys after all. But I like that idea. Yeah, great, thanks. And we're still staying strong with the, you know, close to 100 viewers. So it's great to see so many people.
That's great to see.
And for those of you who are new around here, have a look at our Discord link in the description. Discord is where we do all our fun stuff. We, you know, our previews and our announcements, and you know, if you want to catch more of these streams, of course, subscribe and hit the bell. I know everyone says it, but you know, that's how you will catch the next streams. Definitely check out the Discord and all our links below in the description. Apologies.
Yep. Crunchy Biscuit is asking, so where is everyone on the team from? Sounds like you guys have a pretty diverse group. Frusty's accent is hypnotizing.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
like it's largely European, right?
Yeah, I think mostly European, but some Americans too.
Yeah, I mean, of course, Leo Juslier is his name. It keeps changing.
Yeah.
He's American, and Mega Blue Iron's Canadian.
Yeah.
And Jacob is Canadian too.
Oh yeah. But I mean, there's not. Of course, what's his name? Weed.
Jacob Executioner, yeah, sorry.
Oh no, the other guy who's on campaign. I don't know how you pronounce his name.
Yeah, wait, yeah.
Weed, yeah. He's American, I think.
And well, Mayron is from the United Kingdom. I'm from Sweden, but I live in Luxembourg. That's why my accent is mostly French.
You probably didn't hear Haganas. He is French, and his English accent is like, oh my god.
He has a good accent or a very French accent?
A very, very French accent.
Oh, that's good. That's great. That's great.
Wouldn't surprise me.
We've got a whole load of Italians. It's an Italian revolution.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Spaghetti, pasta italiana.
Yeah, exactly. Can't complain though. Can't. Even if we're under Italian dictatorship, it means we're going to have good food. So I'm not going to complain at all.
Yeah, and I am from Poland, so I have a weird accent too.
We've got is there a fair amount of Russians?
Yeah.
Of course, victimised as
Russians
Russians.
are everywhere. You just hear later, ksak, 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 ksak.
There we go. That's nice. This guy is COVID compliant. We're glad to say. This guy. I mean, he's not social. Oh, the silly guy is not social distancing, but he's got the mask on. That's a start. Okay.
I mean, his primary weapon is a bow, so he's.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Social
That's true.
distancing. Using a bow is basically stabbing from a distance. I saw that on a meme.
Yeah, very true. If we were in COVID times in Middle Earth, I think Harad would be the safest because everyone wears a mask.
Yeah.
But the elves are pretty good as well.
Yeah, I made last time the open turban version. Yeah, so now you can see all faces.
Oh, it's good to see those faces. Yeah.
Lights too.
I think I suggested it before, but have you thought about giving them makeup around their eyes? I mean, it's a custom texture, I guess, but it makes them look more exotic, in my opinion.
Yeah, it is possible.
But yeah, those faces look really good on them, actually.
Yeah, but always a base face can be just exported from game. Yeah, and the texture can be open is something spider and
nice.
Not exactly like layers, etc. Yeah, but you can paint with the actual texture on it. Right. Yeah, for example, diffuse, and just change just this one texture. Yeah, with new layer.
Yeah. There you go. Short masterclass from Frusty there.
Macy Ferguson is saying, so Lord of the Rings brings people from around the world in a common goal. This must mean we need more Tolkien in this world.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Could not agree more, my friend. Now, as you're saying here, blocking things out was pretty quick, but now we're on the details, and it's the details that take a long time. And the lighting, getting a nice smooth shading that looks really nice and accurate is quite hard. So this is where it becomes time consuming, unfortunately. But the hope is that next time I'll do a second one of these. I'll do 3, in fact, of these Lothlorien live streams. Hopefully this guy will be finished by the next live stream, and we can start working on the unit captain. I think I'm going to make him the unit captain because he's got the shoulder piece and he's got a nice sash, and the horn, of course. I'd say we have I'm going to give it about 25 more minutes for this stream.
Matt Henley is suggesting a golden trim around the mask. The edges.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're gonna make this coin, which is in the connection of the armor.
Yeah, this little weird emblem here. Yeah. I mean, Edred or Frusty, what do you think? Should I put? I want to add some kind of highlight onto this guy, some kind of metal, some kind of metal strips. Some places, but do I add gold or silver? Because already that's, if I add gold, that's another colour. I was speaking
think
about it at
that
the beginning.
if this bronze color gonna be like a gold one in the future, yeah. So all parts should be in the same color because he doesn't have a helmet, yeah. So you should avoid to now splitting the colors of metal.
Oh well, this is leather. It looks nice and shiny, but it's actually just polished leather.
Ah, polished leather. Okay.
Yeah, so I need to make
Yeah,
that
so
slightly clearer.
you could add some metal details, like like patterns, yeah,
Yeah.
from the iron.
Yeah.
That could be awesome, yeah. But
But you
all
think
from
silver
iron,
then?
Radoslav is asking a very interesting question. He's asking, do concept arts need so much detail put into them?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's an interesting question.
That is, and I'd say no, not at all. When you start first, you want to get the silhouette right and good shapes, so the unit is recognizable. And you also want to do your research, right? You want to make the armor functional or just cool looking.
Yeah.
Also do your research if we're using like weta concepts mostly, so as inspiration. So you do a lot of shapes, and eventually, when you come to a silhouette or a shape you like, you add in the details.
But yeah, I mean, on that point of detail, I think it depends what you're drawing. Because if it's something like cloth, right? Like if we take this sleeve here, I need to show Manu, our modeler, that is a folded piece of cloth. That's all I need to show. And to be honest, just this like this already shows that. That's not a huge amount of detail. Whereas if I go into like ornate patterning on the chest piece, for instance, I need to show that in really, really small detail because Manu needs to copy that exactly. So it really depends on like different sections of the piece. So the fabric usually I keep quite rough because you don't need to show very much of that in detail. I'm sure Edred, you can agree on that.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
But yeah, it really again it comes with practice. The more you do concept art, the more you sort of get to know what's worth putting time into and what's not. It is, after all, art that you need to be able to do quite fast. So.
Don Raven King is saying, I'm impressed with the hands. Usually when I attempt hands, they turn out as bananas. And that's impressive. That's impressive for me since I can't draw bananas when I try to draw bananas.
Well, my friend, all I can say to that is it takes practice. That's the only thing. It's not it's not lack of skill or anything. It's not lack of talent.
Definitely.
Stuff like that is just down to you just got to put in the hours. If you do put in the hours, if you find hand references or you put your own hand on the table and you just draw that again and again in different poses.
I recommend you do a three-dimensional sculpture with clay of a hand, and it will help you a lot.
Oh yeah.
Just understand the basic shapes you have to do
exactly.
when you want to draw a hand. That's already a big help. And then as Maron said, like use lots of references, and eventually it comes alone.
I have to say I do still struggle with especially proportions, getting like human figures to look correct, but then also like fluid and lifelike.
Yeah,
it's tricky.
Yeah,
it's really
I
tricky.
with that too.
I think Edred, I think you're better than me at that, actually, to be honest. No, seriously.
But I focus more on that.
Yeah.
I
mean,
so.
Like your compositions are good. I mean, me and Edred are collaborating on a loading screen.
Oh yeah, this one. I'm excited for that one.
That's going to be fun, yeah. That's loading screens for campaign gameplay and stuff. Is going to be something we're going to do all our loading screens by hand, or for the mod. We're not gonna. I don't think we're going to take any art from the internet. So it'll be good to have that.
ZA is asking, hey guys, how are we all?
Oh, Taiki, hello. I don't know if I'm pronouncing Taiki right or Tiki.
I'm not sure either.
do let us know, Tiki. But yes, we're good, thank you. How are you, Frosty and Edred? How are you doing?
I'm well. I just got accepted in the university I wanted to go to, so I'm all good, man.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I am good too. So yeah, we are all good.
We're all fantastic. How are you? How are all of you? How are all 97 of you? It's incredible. We've had consistently good numbers this stream, which is
Yeah,
very,
definitely.
very,
It's
very
like
nice to see.
around the hundreds, 90.
Mm. So yeah, thank you everyone for turning up. It means a lot to us. Of course, it's something we don't get paid to do, so your support is the best thing you can do for us.
Zahn is saying, I am looking forward to have more loading screens made by you guys.
Oh yeah, indeed, they're really fun to do.
Yeah. It's like refreshing to do a full artwork.
Yeah.
It's like something different. It's very cool to do.
I think there's also I think we could use concept art as loading screens though, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like if we make them
definitely.
look more like fit the dimensions and stuff. I think that'd be quite interesting when you're playing the campaign to see like all the pre-production work that went into the units and things. We hit 100 again. So yeah, I'll plug the Discord again, of course. The Discord link it's actually pinned in the chat, the Discord link, if you want to find out more. And of course, all our social media is in the description, the video description. So have a look there, as well as my own art social media if you want to see more of my own work. It feels really weird to plug my own art, but there you go. It's there.
I mean, it's like really worth looking at, so go check it out, guys.
Thank you.
Crunchy Biscuit, I am working from home watching this pleasant stream. Well, thank you. I hope you're doing well.
Oh yeah, hope you're doing well. Hopefully we can make your work slightly better. Improve your time, improve your day.
PVC3 is asking, what about giving them a silver circlet? I'm not sure what he means by that.
Oh, they're probably a crown, a little ring, like the elven type of crown. Are they particularly royal? Edred, that's a good idea for the Heroes of Ammon Light, to be honest.
It is.
Or maybe the Twilight Guard, whichever.
The Twilight are probably like on the, because they have like hoods, so you could do the crown around the hood.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
That would be big trouble to model for manual, I think.
Yeah. So yeah, as Edred says, that's something you need to be quite mindful of when you're doing concept art. You're not, as we were saying, you're not doing a full artwork like a loading screen. You're basically drawing a reference guide for the modeler. So having a good understanding of what works well and what doesn't, like what clips and what will be hard to model and stuff like that is good to know when you're doing concept art. Okay, what I'm going to do is
Roki is asking, which custom generals will Lothlorien have? Perhaps Celeborn, Haldir, Rumil, and Orofin. Lothlorien will have Celeborn and Haldir for sure. You can check our Trello page; it's in the description.
Yeah, but I think that the all characters, which he's asking, they gonna be, but in very very future.
Yes,
Okay.
I think basically any named general or person of leadership, I guess you could say, in the books, like Haldir, Rumil, Orifer, they will be in the mod because we need custom generals.
Yeah.
Custom generals make things fun. And as you can see here, sorry, I'll just explain what I'm doing. I've copied over a patch of this scale from this concept I did before, and now I'm basically gonna flip it over and I'm going to transfer it onto these white bits here where I've got the scale, like so. And I'm basically Control U to get up saturation menu. Let's bring that right down to 0. And it's just a big
Don Raven King
copy and paste job.
is asking, have you already made a Galadhrim bow design, or how are you doing a different version of a Galadhrim bow with a more earthy look to suit a ranger?
I might just keep it normal. Both like for me, ease of drawing for me, and also for Manu. Manu is, you know, it saves time for him to not have to model another bow, basically.
Yeah.
So that looks horribly messy right now, but don't worry, we're gonna get all 4 of those layers that we've just copied over, and we're gonna Control E, merge them all. And basically I'm just gonna go in with my eraser tool and just rub out everywhere that needs rubbing out, and we'll be left with the bits that have scale. That's one of the massive helps of doing digital art, is you can just do
definitely.
like, it's not cheating really. It's not cheating
It's no.
because I know I could go in by hand and do all that.
Yeah.
Only it would just take 2 hours. So
It's definitely not cheating, because concept artists have, well, not us, because we like mostly draw from already existing designs, but we do a fair amount of work ourselves.
yeah.
But some concept
Well, we might have just cut out there for a second.
artists have like to establish a whole, just putting something that helps you a lot, because that's the point of concept art, is to give ideas, not to draw.
Yeah,
To
exactly.
draw pretty
exactly.
things.
Right, it's a bit rough. But don't worry, that'll be all sorted out. Ooh. Can't actually see what
I think
is where
I
I'm
think it looks
erasing
well,
here.
though.
But we'll sort it all out with shadows. Oh, there's another one. It's like playing I don't know, hide and seek. Find the bits under that you need to rediscover. It's like archaeology.
Aaron, I didn't see though how you switched the color from gold to silver.
Yeah.
Can
So
you
basically,
explain?
it's a keyboard shortcut. So it's Control U, gets up the hue saturation menu. That means you could basically.
Okay.
I'll do that just for the sake of making it gold again. So if it's a black and white thing,
Thank you.
if you press colorize, then you can add
Yeah.
color. Press color, and then you can add all those different colors like that. If it's already got color, then you can bring down the saturation. Of course, it's not making any difference right now, but there you go. That's, of course, you can get it from
Okay.
basically under image and adjustments. You've got all your different photo editing adjustments here, but then that's your shortcut. Shortcuts are really helpful.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
But yeah, glad I could help. Let's bring that opacity down a little bit, and let's add some nice shadows to this bit like so. And yeah, that makes them look much more, solid as a unit.
Yeah.
Of course, I think I'll add them a belt. It's interesting how much a belt can elevate a unit. I was thinking about it. It's not something you notice when they have a belt, but you always notice it when they don't have a belt.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I think the old Erebor models didn't have a belt, and there was always something off with them.
Yeah.
But now Frusty's redone them, added the belt.
Yeah, when I first time saw the Erebor guys ready, there was like 7 years ago or 6 years ago. I
Yeah.
don't remember. At ModDB, my first comment was, "Where is the bird?"
Where's the
Yeah.
hell? Yeah.
So, and someone answered to me that they are in work in progress. Yeah, and they didn't receive this
Yeah,
bird.
yeah.
I was angry. And there was a moment when I decided that I will learn everything and
Yeah.
we joined to.
Man, I remember when I saw that first like announcement video from Pixelated Apollo
Yeah, me
all
too.
those years ago, and I was like, I wish I could be in that team. I know I'm not good enough, but I wish I could be in that team. And I worked, and here I am. So
Here
you know,
you
all
are
of you
doing
guys-
most of the concepts.
all of you guys, really, all you need really is the dedication to work. Because stuff like that, if you're dedicated, you can learn fast.
Yeah.
And also, yeah, if there is any 2D artists here, do consider applying. Because I mean, we've got a nice 2D department at the moment, but I want to move over to architecture.
Yep.
And I mean, we've got, of course, with the campaign coming up, release, nearing the not completion. It's not completed, of course, but with that work being steady now, we're going to need like campaign UI, building architecture UI. So there's big jobs for 2D artists ahead. And there we go, scales added. Scale armor is incredibly fiendish,
Yeah.
and it takes so long.
I'm seeing it now that I'm doing Lorien concepts too.
Oh, nice,
It's-
nice.
It's a pain in
Yeah. Yeah, you basically have to do each and every
the.
scale.
Yeah. It's not like chainmail where you can like be fast about it.
Yeah. Chainmail is annoying as well, though, I have to say.
Yeah.
If you want to do chainmail properly,
Yeah, really.
it's annoying.
Don Raven King is saying maybe pink scale could look good. The elves are a bit flamboyant after all.
Pink scale, I mean, we could try that. I'm not convinced.
I'm really not convinced.
It doesn't look too bad with gold. Maybe a bit too... I think it looks a little bit too much like the Woodland Realm lower tiers if we make it gold, whereas silver is more Lothlorien style, I think. But let's make it pink. What do you think? We've got a guy, Matt Henley. Would love to apply as a 2D artist, or at least an intern, but holy Durin, I am not your level. No, it's I don't need skill. We don't need and it's not like. And I'm going to cancel that because I'm sure we can agree that the elves are flamboyant, but they're not that flamboyant. But yes, as I was saying, Matt Henley, if you wanna help out, and if you've got that desire, that motivation, absolutely go for it. I would love to have you. Really, any of you who want to help. There's never any harm in applying. Having that kind of this crazy growth we've been having, we don't want to stop that momentum. Keep that coming.
And we're still at 95 euros.
Yeah, it's incredible. So I'm a bit too pink. Yeah, I think completely pink is a full stop is bad. I don't think there's any faction with pink colour, actually, is there?
I think I think Manu did a scale purple, pink on the Amon Lang heroes.
Oh, that's true. I like that kind of really light
I kind of
purple.
like it too.
That light purple colour. That works really well.
Aiden Firat is saying, I wish to be good enough for working with you. But very good job. Let's keep it up. So yeah.
Oh, thank you very much. But yeah, it's down to practice. If you've got that, if you're keen to help out, just work hard. It's all about working hard. I can't stress that enough. It's not about like you're born with this skill that you can magically draw. You have to work to refine that. Absolutely. And yeah, we've hit 6.5 subscribers.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant! Absolutely brilliant. Thank you to all of you who've subscribed recently, and to you who have been subscribed for forever. It means a whole lot to us to see that crazy growth.
Dusty22 is asking, do you need a lore guy as well, or you have already got one? Yeah, we do have Maestro, right?
Maestro,
Yeah,
yeah.
Maestro.
Crazy Dutchman.
What about golden scales with a red-brown robe? Or would that be too close to Lasgalan tier 3s?
With that, I mean, I want to give them the grey cloak though, because that's like symbolic of Lothlorien, and also these guys are rangers. They hide. They need camouflage. So it doesn't make sense to give them really bright colours if they're ambush troops. The elite units, though, I completely agree. Give them bright colours. Give them like the Malon defenders, bright purple. Like
if they are tier 3, do you think that ladder is enough at this level?
I'm just going off what the Trello says, but I think it's because they're elite rangers. That's why they have like a penalty of bad armor.
Oh, okay.
It's like the Ithilien Rangers for Gondor. They have really bad armor.
Yeah. So we will have 3 kinds of rangers, yeah? Gondor,
Yeah.
one, Dunedain, one, and this one.
Oh, there's more. I think we've got the Wooden Realm already have one. And I'm sure there's more planned. I'm just looking at the time, actually. I'm going to have to start rounding it off soon, folks. I hate to do it with such a popular stream. But I'd say, 5 or 6 more minutes, and then we're going to have to round things off. And all that talking about belts, I haven't given them one. So let's give them a belt.
Are you gonna add a dagger on the belt?
I might do that on the back of the belt.
Yeah. Or what about a pouch? Like first utility, utility kit pouch.
Yeah, I think I might add that all potentially on the side here. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think lots of the utilities could be on the back, just as like ease of travelling, I guess.
Yeah, very problem.
And the Lothlorien cloak sort of tucked in by the belt, which is a strange way of wearing it, but that's how they do it.
What's the one on the left? Is it a tiny elf or a dwarf on the elf's range of detachment? I think he's kneeling.
Oh no, he's kneeling. You can see his legs. Sorry, you can't really see it well with the sketch, but he's kneeling. You'll see that probably either next week or the week after. Actually, no, I'm going to stream again on Thursday. Continue these guys. I'm really enjoying these guys, so I'll stream again fairly soon.
First time when I saw this guy from the left, there was like, oh my god, some elite Hobbit Rangers.
Yeah. No, I wish. I think everyone wishes for that. Everyone is secretly wishing for elite hobbits, but unfortunately, we will never do
quite
that.
happy with the result.
Yeah, I read that the hobbits, they had weapons at the Serra just hidden because they weren't attacked over 100 years.
Yeah.
When the stories begin.
Oh yeah, that's true. There was like a battle that Brandy Buckland, I think that's the.
Yeah,
Well,
and there was a alarm signal when the Nazgûls
Oh yeah.
entered to the home of Baggins.
Well, I think that's a good argument to give them to make them a faction,
yeah.
because well, yeah, I mean, it's like they were prepared for war, and like the scouring of the Shire, right?
Yeah, and I think that they should be in faction with the Bree because in the Bree lived
Yeah.
hobbits too. Yeah,
So
so
it
they
makes
could
sense
have-
that Bree as a city would also have a garrison, like a militia force, or like sentries, watchmen.
Yeah, exactly.
So
There was
I think there's a good grounding for that, but of course that's not for us to decide. We can only beg Maestro.
yeah.
Uh,
If I remember well, though, the hobbits have an incredibly good aim too.
yeah. Well, I mean, we have. I think both the two Hobbit units in the game are archers,
And that's
but they throw rocks actually in the books, don't they? Like Merry and Pippin sitting on Treebeard's shoulders throwing rocks.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Don Raven King is talking about some elven bread on the belt could look good.
I don't think they'll keep their bread out in the rain and stuff. I think they'll keep it in their pouch. But yeah, I think elven lembas bread in their pouch makes sense.
They packed it in leaf, you know.
Yeah, that's true. We could
But like
put
they
that
packed
there.
it in leaves, so you could like put it behind.
Yeah, we can make it like visible. Oh, we're forgetting the main thing. What are we doing? What am I doing? This guy needs the cloak, the classic. You reminded me with the leaf there.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah.
What were we forgetting? Deary me. Terrible display from our concept artist right here. Live on camera. I didn't even get a reference picture for that, but I think I can kind of remember how it went. Something like that. Of course, this is quite rough, but I'll tidy things up off camera, and it sort of comes around like that.
The elven brooch, indeed.
Hmm.
And I think Huerta did an amazing job with it because it looks absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Like very simple, but
Oh,
still.
you can't really see that there, but yeah. Sorry, I have a weird bug where it accidentally sort of collapses and I can't access it. So I have to just go back and reselect.
I gotta say though, Mayron, I really like the design so far.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
Because it's like very different from what we have for Lorien, but it still has the very cool vibe that Lorien has. So
That's a challenge with
yeah.
with concept art. Because not all our rosters are seen in the films. So we have the style, but we don't have the exact look. So we basically need to replicate the style, replicate that look, but make up new designs. So that's the fun but challenging bit, I think. So yeah, I'm glad this worked. So of course, yeah, that doesn't look outstanding at the moment, but we'll fix that up off camera. But it's good to throw it in there because, of course, they should have it.
Not idly do the leaves of Lorien's fall.
Exactly.
Says Matt Hell.
And what I'm going to do quickly, let's steal that nice. Actually, this one's better, isn't it? Using the lasso tool here, which is just shortcut L. Basically, you can select little bits of it, make sure you're on the right layer, or you'll copy nothing.
Very useful. Very useful.
And then you can Shift D to deselect, but then you can paste it. Where is it? Where's it gone? There it is. Now you've got that. But I think I will turn it around. No, it looks better the other way. Like that. What about those little bits that they're left over? I think let's make that silver as well. What I'm going to have to do is, if I do lasso to select it all, but I don't want that belt in the middle turning desaturated as well, so I'm going to hold Alt. Holding Alt means you do the minus lasso. So you're basically deselecting the area in the middle. So now when I Control U that and bring the saturation down, only the buckle, only the actual belt turns like so. Now we have that, and I'm just going to merge those two layers. See, I do a lot of merging,
Yeah.
whereas like someone else might not ever merge those two layers. I just instantly flatten them.
Mm-hmm. David is asking, this archer it's an elite unit? Yes, it is. It's tier 3 rangers, so very lightly armored, not very lightly armored. They do have scale and leather armor, but
Yeah, they are like professional army, but not the elite, not elite one.
yeah,
Yeah,
they're like more ranger commandos.
yeah, exactly. This is gonna be really annoying actually to lasso this bow. I might just redraw the bow. That's difficult. Nah, that's it. You can always
Yeah, I think you can lasso. I think it will work.
like that. I mean, you'll get some little bits on the side where you're of the elven cloak, but you know that's fine. So I'll just copy one of those. Paste that
Luke Pro
over.
is asking, is Galadhrim elf concept finished and the modeling? I think most of the concepts are actually done. I just didn't publish them.
Oh, you should publish them. That'd be cool to see them. Get them out
Yeah,
there.
but they're not like preview ready. You know, they're like very, like the line art is done and the colors, so the modeler knows what he's supposed to do.
Yeah. Okay, that should be okay, like so. Just let's clean up the edges there, tidy up, like so. Well, I've just
What are you
realised.
using to change the shape like that?
So basically, you select. And you
Yeah.
have to show control, otherwise you'll not know that you've ever selected it like that. So that's really useful. And then if you
Alright.
tap one of these bits here, you get this up. And then of course you can move it like that. And then if you press this up here, you've got this weird like
Yeah.
thing here.
Mm-hmm.
I've just realised though that the actual the the lighting is coming from the other side, which is annoying.
Oh yeah, because you use the like white background. So.
Because I of course did this one, the lighting is coming from both sides here, whereas this
Yeah.
concept only comes from this side. So I'm just going to have to shift the lighting a little bit, but that's not a problem.
Elijah is saying the green berets of Lothlorien.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I'm going to flip vertical like so. Just a little tip, I mean, if you want the bow arms to look the same, just might as well copy and paste them. Again, I wouldn't call it cheating because I could easily draw that bow arm in, but it would just take time. So I think it's more of a time-saving technique.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, with concept art, you can barely cheat, really. So
Yeah.
it's really not cheating. It's cheating if you steal the design of someone else
Yes, yeah, agreed.
and pretend it's yours. But
That's
the rest you
point.
do, like, it's really yours, man.
Yeah, exactly. We go shift that lighting over.
Okay, casual production saying, "Hey, look, it's my new favorite faction." That's great to hear.
I'm glad it's getting lots of love now. We went through phases of it was dwarves first, then it was then it's Harad, now Lothlorien have their turn in the spotlight.
Yep. William, it's the warden of the fences unit for Haldir, the custom general.
Indeed. I'm not too bothered about getting that lighting No, I do want to make that lighting look good. It looks a bit weird at the moment because the bow is lit from this angle, kind of here.
Yeah.
It's coming down. Let's get that a bit bigger. The light's coming from here.
Yeah, it's coming from
whereas
behind.
we want the light coming only from here. This is some sort of more technical art stuff and again, lighting is a difficult one. And again, it just takes time to master and understand. So that's something I'll fix off camera. But I'm just doing that now so you can see exactly what is going on. And I'm going to just copy over those arrows as well. Might as well. Like so.
I mean, Zarin is saying, I mean, if it's your own work, it isn't really cheating, no matter how you do it, assuming nothing was stolen from other. Yeah, I agree. And
Yeah.
like in arts, I mean, cheats in arts aren't actually a bad thing, you know. It's more like to get to learn faster. So.
Oh, I mean, like copying. Yeah, I mean, copying is one of the best ways to learn, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So, cheating is stealing other work and saying it's yours. That is definitely cheating. But
Yeah,
other than that,
definitely.
I'd say yeah. I think those arrows are a little bit too bright actually for
Yeah.
because
way too bright.
this concept I did here was on a white background, so everything's much
Yeah.
brighter. Whereas this is
Yeah.
on a dark background, so that really stands out a bit too much. So I'm just gonna. Oh, what did I do? Oh shit. Okay, I that's annoying. I had to reset Photoshop.
Oh damn it. Okay.
Go away.
But
Why is it-
that's why, folks, you try to
Oh,
not
there we go.
draw too much on the white background when you do concepts, so the colors aren't too bright.
Yeah. Well, I don't think the colours are too bright. It's just they're brighter, whereas these colours are quite
Yeah.
dark actually.
It's also harder to get the skin tones right when
Mm.
you do a white background.
That's true. One tip, of course, one big tip for anyone who wants to do this is never use like purest black or purest white because that always looks unrealistic.
Yeah.
This purest black just really like makes them look so flat, and the white just makes them look so blown out and white and bright. Control B. Okay, that does work. Control B isn't the right shortcut to get this, by the way. That's something I set up myself, which you can do. And I'm just going to lower the brightness a little bit there, like so. That's much better, I think. Another cool custom shortcut I've implemented myself is Control F to flip. Oh shit! Why has that done that? Sorry, absolute noob here. Oh, I was on this. I was on that layer. I want to be on Photoshop. There we go. Control flip, and flip does is a really good trick for art because when you draw this, you get really accustomed to seeing it how it is, so you never see the mistakes because you're just used to it. Whereas when you flip it, you see everything in really clear light that you can. It looks like a different piece of art to you.
That's
but
a
luckily,
great tip.
yeah, so you can always see your imperfections and then you can fix them like that. Luckily, it doesn't look too off to me, but I will keep.
No, it looks it looks good. It looks very good actually.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, I had to do that especially when I made the sketches. I flipped a lot because when you make the sketch, things might look a bit disproportional, etc.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, like how he's standing, maybe sometimes you'll see that he's totally leaning on one side.
Yeah. What I did actually was basically, I don't know if that's kind of cheating what I did, but I used to take pictures of myself and then use them and trace over them.
Oh no, that's not but man, that's not cheating, because
Well,
like,
I don't know though. Like, I mean, I guess it's not because I took the photos myself and
yeah, but like your primary excuse is like it's concept art, so you have
That's
to
true,
use
yeah.
it. So, but even if you draw, like learning anatomy and all of that stuff is great from drawing on your own pictures.
that's true.
But like draw simpler forms, simpler shapes, so you get to understand how they work in perspective.
No, I suppose so. I mean, it did teach me a lot about anatomy or how like proportions and stuff. So I guess yeah. So it's not a bad thing.
It's actually very great. A lot of animators, people who do 2D animations, recommended you do a lot, so you get the hang of how the body works, and then you like you have to try it on your own, and it works very well. So it's a viable technique.
Yeah, indeed. Oh, lots and lots of people still here. But you know what? I'm going to have to start rounding things down. I'm afraid time withers all things, and thus this must come to an end.
That's good.
It's been great fun. I mean, it's been an incredible turnout from everyone.
It was super cool.
And, you know, it's been a really fun design. It's gone pretty well. Nothing's gone drastically wrong, except, I mean, I'm glad we got the voice working.
Yeah.
I imagine the beginning of the stream might sound a little bit weird, just me talking to myself. But yeah, Case came to the rescue there and fixed that up for us. And yeah, Frosty, great to have you on as well. I guess
I'm here with you.
Yeah. I think more of this stuff in the future, like it works really well. Having like a who's that layer? That's that layer, and then that's
a little group of devs just like.
Yeah, it's like a stream podcast. You're listening to a podcast, but then you've got development work in the background. So there you go. But yes, I'm going to call that a day for now. So that's how far we got with this design. You know, pretty far, I have to say. We didn't get to the fine detail stage, but that's a fairly, you know, I'd say that's 75% finished. So yeah, I think that's a really productive stream. And of course, big thank you to Edred and Frosty for showing up.
Thanks.
Massive thank you to everyone who's been here in the chat with us supporting. I'm sorry we haven't been able to talk much about your comments as much as I would usually, but I think hopefully that's okay, and hopefully you've had a good time. Without further ado, I mean, of course, anyone new, Discord is in the description, other social media, do check that out. It'll be good to have you on our server and stuff. And subscribe to catch more the next stream in the future. But yeah,
see you guys.
Thank you guys. Thank you very much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.